Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and welcome back to another video. I know I've said this before, but I apologize for the lack of videos. I've just been busy with a lot of stuff, but this time I'm doing a video showing gifts that a very nice guy, John, zer0cool1389, sent me. It was going to be unboxing slash unpackaging, but the box was so big, it's like, and so much stuff, it just styrofoam and packages and other more, not styrofoam but plastic. It wouldn't work well showing on camera. But John zer0cool1389, he's a great friend. He's a very nice guy, and he sent a lot of stuff. I know he said he was going to send me something, but I didn't know it'd be this much stuff. So thank you for just the amount of stuff is insane. I guess the best way to start is start with the VHS tapes. I don't really collect VHS tapes unless it's something I really just... Nah, actually no, I'm not collecting any VHS tapes now that I think about it. But still, it's the thought that counts. For example, he sent me a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 VHS. And in case people are like, well, why don't you collect VHS tapes? Because I barely get any use out of my VCR anymore. I have like a handful of VHS tapes, and they're just films that are not on DVD or just for the collection, like Hard Target, The Blob, Leviathan. The Blob actually someone sent me, Leviathan as well. But Elm Street 2, the re-release VHS. A film with Jim Varney called Treehouse Hostage. Never heard of this film before. Yeah, never heard of it. From Porchlight Entertainment. Yeah, this is the first time I've heard about this movie with Jim Varney. Huh, yeah. I miss Jim Varney. Of course, he was Ernest P. Worrell in the Ernest films, so that'll be interesting. Candyman on VHS. Toys. Definitely one of my favorite Robin Williams films. Greatly missed. Love this movie a lot. This is interesting. Sports Illustrated, 1994, The Year in Sports. Narrated by Marv Albert. It's definitely interesting. K9, fun movie starring James Belushi, which I know got 2 sequels. This is definitely the best one. Yeah, I enjoy this film. I would say I even like this more than Turner and Hooch. I like Turner and Hooch, but I would say I like this more. Yeah, K9. I think it's an entertaining, fun film. I actually have this on DVD, but now I have the VHS of Ernest Greatest Hits, Volume 1, which has a few little nuggets as well as a bunch of commercials, because that was the Ernest character. He used to do commercials and then was able to do some films. Actually, I think this is the commercials. Like, these are other ones you can get on the back, but this is just commercials. Which I do have that on the DVD. It's like less than an hour long. Three Fugitives. Fun time waster of a film. Nick Nolte, Martin Short. Nick Nolte gets out of prison. Martin Short tries to rob this bank. Takes Nick Nolte hostage, but the cops think Nick Nolte has something to do with it because he just got out of prison. He was a robber, but he's really innocent. And Martin Short is trying to rob the bank to help his kid out, who's pretty much mute for most of the film. Yeah, again, who directed this? Not sure, but fun little film, Three Fugitives. And of course, this is a classic. Tremors. Love this film to death. This is actually very cool to have the VHS of this, because I love this film so much. One of my favorite films. Entertaining, great cast, great dialogue, great effects, great idea. It's a great movie. Next up, some little items. A pop little figure of Fox Mulder. Pretty cute. And the X-Files little flashlight. Next up, some books. A hardcover of Batman the Killing Joke, which I know there's going to be an animated film of this. But yeah, a deluxe edition of Batman the Killing Joke. So that's very cool. The Chris Farley Show. A book on Chris Farley and a lot of interviews from people who had worked with him. Norm Macdonald, David Spade, Tim Meadows, Julie Warner, Lorne Michaels, Tom Arnold. A lot of people. And actually a novelization of Thomas Jane's The Punisher. Then some DVDs. First off, it is actually Season 2 of Magnum P.I., which that's very interesting. I don't have Season 1, so I guess I'll have to pick up Season 1 sometime. Just, to see it from the beginning and then go into Season 2. I'm just that way. But, yeah, someday I guess I'll have to pick up Magnum Season 1. But yeah, this is Season 2. This is a show I haven't seen in forever. And I do mean forever. And I do mean forever, so definitely will have to pick up Season 1 sometime. Brian Pillman, which is a DVD that I did already have. Someone had actually sent this to me in the past, but thank you for the thought. Next up is a Spider-Man DVD, Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock, which is, they got pretty much whoever made the DVD, pretty much they got a bunch of the 90s cartoon episodes and just put them together into 79-minute running time. It also has a classic 1967 bonus episode, Stan Lee's Soapbox, 5 exclusive episode introductions by Stan Lee, a preview of Spider-Man the Venom Saga, Spider-Man DVD. Still, this series still not on DVD in the US. A TV show that I know nothing about, but it's called Impractical Jokers from, I guess, True TV. I don't even know what the hell True TV is. Again, I have no idea what this is, but I guess I'll find out. A film with Kevin Bacon called Cop Car. I think the same guy who directed this is directing the new Spider-Man movie. I could be wrong, though. Pair of 10-year-olds find an abandoned cop car in a field. They take on a joyride. The small town sheriff goes looking for his missing car, and then they find themselves in the center of a deadly game of cat and mouse. Yeah, cop car. Another DVD I already had, unfortunately, but Electro Boogaloo. This is the Canon Films documentary, which was pretty disappointing. I know because I had talked about how, it says over 25 minutes of deleted scenes and over 30 minutes of trailers, and some of that stuff is bullshit. Like this cover, Cobra is not anywhere in this. And Star Trek Into Darkness, which that's cool for the Star Trek collection. And Anton Yelchin, the actor, just passed away, so I'm fine with having this in the collection. Check out his performance as Chekhov. That actually makes me want, if I find it for $2-3 to pick up the Fright Night remake. If I find it for like $2-3, I'm not paying that much money for it though. Just to check out his performance in the end, because Anton Yelchin was a good actor, and it's sad what happened. It's very tragic. The car, it fucked up and it rolled backwards, and it's very sad. Now, I'm still not going to say I'm a fan of the movies, but he's not the problem. So, again, I'm fine with collecting Anton Yelchin stuff. And this, I did not have this, so that helps. And last but not least, the Blu-rays, which were a ton of stuff. Definitely the most stuff I got were the Blu-rays. Got The Sandlot on Blu-ray now. Didn't have this at all, so now I have it. Has a little featurette from back in the day, I'm sure. Trailer and TV spots. We have The Martian. Very cool. I was curious about this film. I know my friend Mike wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I was still a little bit curious about this. So I will give it a look sometime. Yeah, The Martian. Matt Damon. Cape Fear, which I don't think I had Cape Fear like at all. So The Making of Cape Fear, which I don't know if that's a new or an older one. Deleted scenes, behind the scenes, on the set of the houseboat. Very cool. Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte. Again, I don't think I have that film, so it's nice for the collection. Big, Tom Hanks film I did not have. So thanks to John, I now have it. Thank you very much. Has a theatrical and an extended cut. I didn't know there was an extended cut. Has an audio documentary. Audio documentary. I wonder what that is. 8 deleted scenes, exclusive featurettes, and an AMC backstory. And a news wrap. Very cool. Definitely. Next up is a Blu-ray of The Departed. Martin Scorsese film starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon. A lot of people involved in this. I like the film. Joe Dirt. I now have Joe Dirt, which I guess this actually features Joe Dirt The Return and the making of Joe Dirt 2. Has some commentaries, outtakes, deleted scenes. Now I have Joe Dirt. The X-Files, the event season, the event series, as it calls. This is the brand new season of the X-Files, so this would be definitely interesting to watch. Sit down and watch all the way through, beginning to the end. And it does have some features, so very interesting. Definitely see how that goes. Next up is a Bill Murray film I did enjoy, and that is St. Vincent. So there you go, St. Vincent. Again, a Bill Murray film I did like. Unfortunately, I did have this on Blu-ray as well, but actually someone had sent this to me in the past as well, and that is Paul Heyman Blu-ray. So I now have 2 of these. Let's see. A comedy on Blu-ray. I had this on DVD, but I guess now I have the Blu-ray of Meet the Parents. Another film on DVD, but now I have on Blu-ray, Seven. I actually did not have this film, so now I do, which is pretty cool. Stand By Me, the 25th Anniversary Edition Blu-ray. Very cool. Has a retrospective, among other features, so that's pretty cool. Labyrinth, cool to have this on Blu-ray with the passing of David Bowie. So nice to have this for the collection. I had it on DVD, but nice to have the Blu-ray version of that. The Untouchables. Have that on Blu-ray now. Goodfellas. Another film I now have on Blu-ray, thanks to John. The Matrix Reloaded. I have the other films on DVD, but now I have the second film on Blu-ray. Nightcrawler, which I know my friend Mike, OCP, had a lot of good things to say about this. Jay Gyllenhaal, I believe Bill Paxton is in it, Rene Russo. Maybe that's not Bill Paxton, I'm thinking of someone else, but I know that Jay Gyllenhaal's in this, Rene Russo's in this. I was looking on the back here, this guy looked like Bill Paxton, but I'm not sure that's who it is. Yeah, definitely Jay Gyllenhaal and Rene Russo. I know my friend Mike said some really good things about this. And some action films. We have Sudden Death on Blu-ray. I like the film. I do have quite a few problems with it. Most noticeably, there's a lot of fight doubles for Van Damme. I'm not just talking about stunt doubles, but fight doubles. Almost every single fight scene, there's a Van Damme double that's easy to notice. That takes me out of the film. That's why I can't love this film as much as a lot of people do. It's just every fight scene, it's like, that's not Van Damme, that's not Van Damme. It's so noticeable, and so it takes me so out of the movie. But there's still a lot of good stuff to this. It's just, they need to do better with that, or Van Damme do his own fights. It's like a Steven Seagal movie, come on. Jackie Chan's First Strike. So now I have this on Blu-ray. And this is very cool, because I'm a big fan of this movie, and now I do have this film on Blu-ray for the collection. Hard Target. So, thank you so much for that. Nice to have that on Blu-ray now. And actually, I can throw this in there, it's not from John, but another very nice guy actually sent me the Blu-ray of The Guardian. I wanted to get his full name, but that was very nice of him. Apparently he had ordered 2 copies and he couldn't return one, so he's like, well, I know you only have the DVD, so he sent me the Blu-ray. And that's a very nice guy, Lane618. So thank you so much for that. Which has new interviews with actors Dwyer Brown, Gary Swanson, makeup effects artist Matthew Munro, as well as interviews with William Friedkin, Jenny Seagrove, and co-writer Stephen Volk. So, a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff. So once again, John, thank you so much, as well as Lane618. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.